you have to realize the type of community that it is. The home life for a lot of our participants are crisis-orientated, all right, where you maybe say 40% of the 1,000 come from broken homes, all right, or they're being systematically phased out of the eligibility of the labor force. Either they're going to drop out of school or they're going to live a life of crime, you know. Community Board 12 is put in a position where it has to develop motivation. At the same time, it has to pull together all the loose ends. But the main concern is we try to maintain the interests of our youth, so they don't want to drop out the program just like everything else.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
Maybe I'm going to be a football player. I'm good at it now.
Anybody else?
A baseball player.
Anybody going to be a lawyer? Anybody going to be a businessman, a politician? Anybody going to...
I want to when my free season, if I be in football, on the other half, I want to be a working computer or something.
Yeah?
I want to be in football. I want to be in football.
Some black people that are really is not ashamed to say I'm illiterate. Can't read and can't write. And it's embarrassing to themselves. It's embarrassing for a high school person to go and tell a person, you know, some people feel embarrassed. It's not that I'm illiterate, I can read and write, but I'm saying they got some out there, you know, that can't read and write. I got a brother, he's 20-something years old, he can't fill out an application. But he went through school, he went in special training programs and everything, and he came out with he went to special programs. They have special programs in schools. But you know, if you got a stack of kids that are literate, you know, they feel funny making mistakes, you know, being that big. You know, they have a complex about them. And they start acting up. They start, you know, getting around.
And I got a lot of experience on jobs. I got high school diploma. I didn't go to college, you know. I went to IBM training school. That's why I learned to type at. I mean, learned to type in high school too, junior high school. But I got qualifications for a lot of jobs around here. And it just seems like every time I go there, I'm tired of people turning me down. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I got 4 kids, man. You know, I got a job, you know, I got to do my own freelance work, like, you know, I'm a painter. And I got to lay on that, you know, to feed my 4 kids. I got to go to 10, I got to go to 5, I got to go to 6 months, I got to go to 2 months. You know, I can't be out there, you know, if they can't give me a job, you know, they try to stop me from doing my own little, you know, side work. You know, I have to go out there and I don't want to get in trouble out there robbing and stealing, but that's what they're going to need me to, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all take heed to that, you know. There's a lot of people out here like me, so y'all, you know, try to get some jobs out here, okay?
Okay, thank you. I need a job. And my kids need a job. We go out 6 o'clock in the morning looking for a job. And there's no jobs around. That's right. And he's in high school. I hear you. When my kids went up to high school, they didn't have no problems getting a job. But now this kid has more problems than the rest of my kids did. That's right. And you got a lot of kids on the street, and then they want to know why they're holding up and robbing. Tell man about to get some jobs for them. Yeah. Like me. That's why he started giving himself a big raise.
You have a job?
How old are you? 14. Did you hear about the summer youth program? Nah.
You don't know about community planning work well?
No, because they didn't let us know. They come in the heart of black people neighborhood. Right. That's why. That's why they don't have no summer jobs, because that's why they probe in the streets in Canada, because they don't have no place where I'm not sipping on me. But you don't. What is the truth?
kids coming out in the black neighborhood. These black kids don't know nothing about those summer programs.
Right.
They do not. And when it's over, it's like too late.
Right. The programs are over. They are.
Everybody got
And then you wonder why they program around the neighborhoods at night and during the daytime. They don't have anything else to do. They don't have any jobs.
Jamaica is one of the areas that is the highest of the unemployed youth in all of New York.
What was it like in Jamaica 12 years ago?
Beautiful, beautiful. You weren't afraid to walk the streets these nights, you know. They didn't close the stores. They kept the stores open until 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, of course they did. Of course we did. I worked in Lampstan's after high school.
That's right.
From 6 o'clock until 9:45. It was possible to get jobs, even when you were going to school. And in the summertime, they took you full time to make extra money.
That's right. And I had a son that joined the Navy. He said he wouldn't even come back into Jamaica. He's staying out in California.
This is the Summer Youth Employment Program of Community Board 12. We have 1,000 participants working under this program. It's under the auspices of Department of Employment. We are running a program for 7 weeks to youth that are between the ages of 14 and 21 and make up a large number of the poverty level and minority youth existing in our particular catchment area. We are trying to provide them with a meaningful work experience. This in itself is quite a problem because there are no programs existing in the Jamaica area that actually administers and has personnel that could pick up and provide our participants with a meaningful experience. Therefore, most of the groups that we are working with are either grassroots organizations, organizations that care about our youth from the community and just want to provide them with something to do, or there's been times when we have been able to focus in on hospitals, some city hospitals or some other city agencies. This in itself presents a problem because the youth don't really attain skills and training that can benefit them, and the staff of the Summer Youth Employment Program felt that what we could do is begin to implement some truths within this program to tell our youth participants about what the real world is like, and that if they do not gain skills and trainings to attack that real world, that there's not too much of a future that will be able to benefit them in the long run.
What do you do here? Oh, well, when we first came here, we had to clean the kitchen, wash dishes, and all of that. And after that, we cleaned the room, we cleaned the church, and we work in the office. We file and write.
What do you do mainly around here?
I type and file.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
That's all. So I'm a teacher's aide. I sign the kids to their classes and I take their attendance. And that's about it. How do you feel about this job? I like it very much. I'm learning a lot and this is a good experience for me.
I'm teaching the kids how to paint, how to make these designs. Do you like it? Yeah, it's nice.
Our job is trying to make this neighborhood look a little decent. Try to keep it clean.
Like we clean up the parks, right? And the kids have to do our work well, and sometimes we go on trips.
What are you doing here?
Well, maintenance, clean up the parks and whatnot.
Do you like it?
It's something to do for the summer instead of hanging out in the streets and whatnot.
How do you like the job that you're doing?
Well, it's interesting so far, you know. My major, I'm in college right now, and my major is business administration, and this here is like a business department where all the business transactions take place at the school and whatnot, and it gives me a good idea how transactions take place. You know? And it's a good experience for the summer.
Maybe we are beginning to move towards a better day. I think so. We have a lot of people that exist that say it ain't going to be. But I see it coming, and I see it coming in our youth because they stand up and they talk. They speak well, they know how to verbalize on their position, and they're not just going to take any old answer for it, and that's what's good backbone. needed to push on and make a better community?
What I think is that it's real nice what everybody done, and you know, because the community is clean, and sometimes I go to these parks and watch them, in which I'm happy to see them clean because it's mine, you know, I live here. And it's better for me to see things in better conditions than worse, because, you know, I've been raised here mostly, you know, my life, and I would like to see the best thing of it.
It's good to clean up the park, right? It's nice to see the place is clean. But how can sweeping the park help me in the future to be what I want to be? Sweeping the park will help me to be a teacher, really.
Right.
Sweeping the park will help me to be a nurse, really. But it's nice, you know, to clean the park up.
We should have, like, other jobs besides maintenance. We should have other jobs besides maintenance.
Job like what? Other job like
Yeah, counseling, teaching aid, assistants, but maintenance, that's what most everybody get every year.
Does anyone else have any comments about what they'd like to, what kind of skills they'd like to learn, or what things they'd like to see happen in this employment program for next year?
Better wages, better skill for people, what they want to do. Like we got papers from like libraries and things saying what kind of type of jobs we wanted. And when we filled them out, we didn't get the jobs that we wanted. We got other jobs, like this job, sweeping up, cleaning up parks.
Yeah, what kind of job would you like to learn?
It really doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't matter to you?
No, because see, no matter what you do, you're still getting paid the same thing.
Yeah, but I have to know that you have special skills, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't you like to improve those skills and maybe when you get out of school be able to use them in a job or a career?
Yes.
Could you tell us about what you know and what you'd like to learn more about?
I know how to work, you know, mechanic. I can fix cars and stuff. So really I know how to do that pretty good, but I would like to learn more about it.
So it would help you out next year in this program, if you get accepted to the program, you learn something about auto mechanics?
Yes.
Did you want to say something else?
Yeah, I want to comment on what he said that it doesn't matter what job you do as long as you're getting paid.
No, you're going to get paid the same thing.
Yeah, you're going to get paid the same thing, but you ain't learning no skill. You ain't doing what you want to do.
I'd like to learn more about the trade. I want to like strive to go to be a carpenter. I'd like to learn some of that. Or politics is a little bit about politics too, because now I know that you got to deal with politics no matter what you do. You got to deal with it. So I can't deal with it if I don't know about it. So I want to learn a little bit of that, and not like so I can use it in such a way that I won't have to do what they want me to do, but I can still be my own individual and do what's right and not what's wrong.
To work as a counselor, I wasn't too happy at the beginning. When I started working here, it started getting better, and so I just stuck with it. But they said to check back with them, and maybe I could get a transfer to a hospital or something. But I was happy.
Why is it that you wanted to work in a hospital?
Because last year, when I was volunteering, I worked in the hospital. And when I get older, I plan to be a nurse. So just thought I'd have a little bit more experience in it while I was young. Oh yeah, I'm going to college. I want to go to Queensboro. I want to be a secretary. See, it would have been better if I was working in the office. That way I could have experience, you know, like when they say what kind of experience you have, then I, would say that I've been working at such and such for all this time and all that, you know. Like the only experience that I've had is working in the office in school, so I could use that as a reference too. Because, you know, they give me, like the lady, the secretary, you know, they write up a reference for me saying, you know, I worked there and all that. But that's the only thing I've had, you know, working like that. But, you know, I've been like a counselor, cleaning up. It's just been cleaning up in a counselor for the last 3 years, that's all.
I figure that they should have different trainings for typing, reading, record keeping, filing, you know, different things like that to help you so you can use this job as a reference. Because I think they should cut out some of these cleaning lot things. I really think so. Because they might as well forget about using it for a reference job. We need more of these institutions that this city is based upon, okay, to join into the program and provide training for our youth. The training we want them to get is as close to real life as possible. Okay, everyone at home, they do their little domestic duties, and they're very skilled in sweeping floors and mopping floors and waxing them and painting. Okay, we have to reach above that for our youth and provide them with jobs in the computer industries. Okay, in the technical, like in job industries, in laboratories. A lot of children, a lot of the youth rather in the program wanted to be lab technicians, okay? We need those profit-making agencies to say, okay, we won't have to pay them a salary, but we can spend this time, donate the expertise that it takes to train these youth. Under the policies and procedures booklet that comes to the Department of Employment from the Congress in D.C., they don't allow us to place our youth in any profit-making institutions. All of the institutions that we could place our youth had to be nonprofit, which again makes it very difficult. That I think the decision needs to be changed. So we need to mobilize and institutionalize a bill that would say that it would be mandatory for our profit-making institutions to absorb those number of youth that are in the street without employment year-round, rather than just on a summer basis.
And then the jobs we get are all them low jobs. The jobs you gotta be cleaning out. I had a job that I was working in I wasn't working in the youth though, but my friends were. And it was like I was with them because I volunteered. And I was cleaning out garbage cans. I mean, the big garbage cans. You gotta be cleaning them out and turning them over and the 20-pound job. You don't learn nothing from that.
You know, it's just that when a garbage man, it's not a trade. The only thing you have to do is pick up garbage and throw it, you know, dispose of it. You can't learn it. You can't learn how to throw away garbage. If they do it every morning.
What do you want to learn? Are you trying to make
You want to learn so you want to be somebody. You want to go up there and empty out somebody else's garbage when you can do it yourself.
So what kind of jobs should Community Board 12 be trying to find for them?
Well,
Resident job, something that help us carry on something that we need to help us, nothing to degrade us more and more.
For the participant who comes from an already poverty level home, his family is relying on their paycheck. Rather than him being able to take that money and go and purchase things for school, he's got to return home and many times buy the groceries for the week, provide car fare for the other children to go back and forth to either a free daycare center or even provide a mother with money to get to the Department of Social Services. It's really that serious. And as long as the amount of money stays the same, which it has, there has been no increase. The problem with not ever wanting to call these participant workers, never in the history of the Summer Youth Employment Program have they ever called these participants what they really are. They've been enrollees, and now this year they're participants. And in actuality, they're workers, just like everybody else.
And then the little bit amount of money that they give them today is no way in the world to be able to survive over it. They can't even know how to balance. They can't even go to the bank and put it into, say you're going to have a bank account or something like that. Because the parents are looking for it. I have one cadet, he works 2 jobs. And we sat down, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that this child almost went to Nut City because the more he gives his mother, the more she wants, you know. And he have 11 brothers and sisters at home. So what can he do? And I don't think it's being fair, and I think, for one, if people will come in and see what's really going on in the community and be involved in it, they'll get a better understanding. And I think they know, but they don't want to know. What does the slogan "Struggle for Youth" mean to you? It's just helping me because, you know, I have a child, you know, and it's helping me a lot, you know. And plus, I finished school and everything, and I feel, you know, if I, you know, get a little bit of skills of this, I can get me a good job, you know, in the office work.
Well, I think this job is like a real great deal in my life because it keeps me off the streets. And the whole thing about it is that I find myself that I have a responsibility that I have to be here at this certain time. And, you know, it gives me something to do instead of standing around on the corner and just doing, like hanging out with the boys and, yeah, we're going to do this.
Yeah, but how is that going to keep you off the street? Just going to work from 9 to 4 today. It just started. Yeah, right? What you going to do from 9 to 4? Watch TV.
The rest of the year?
What happened in the job? In the job, 40 hours, come back to work the next day, and what's up for Friday and all that? The job is over 2 more weeks.
I don't see any reason why they can't work all year round to help them, to motivate them much better. But this way, they coming in, say, July the 7th, what it is, until August. It's a small space of time, and they don't get acquainted with the people in the community, with themselves, who they're working with, or whatsoever.
We had 7 weeks, and it went like that, you know what I'm saying? First week, the first 3 weeks, being that nobody didn't get paid, it seemed like a long time. But after you got paid, you know, start flying by, and, you know, you start to get to know everybody a little, you know, closer, getting real close with people you work around, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I can't explain it, you know what I'm saying?
About extending the program?
Oh, over the winter?
Yeah.
Having the winter thing? Well, I feel like this year have something like, you know, like after school thing.
People like my friends and stuff, like, they always did want to work, you know, I can talk, like, we always talking about it, you know, and I can tell, like, how they be looking at me and stuff like that, and, like, you know, I be wishing that they had, you know, the same thing, that, you know, dealing with me, too, because I've been talking about it so much, I like it, you know, working for the summer youth, you know, and, like, they have an application, too, but they never did get no job, you know what I'm saying? They did it for this way. I started working last year, you know, called in the summer youth, and, you know, I put in one of these, too, and I, you know, I was lucky enough to get it. Brother, you know, yeah, you know.
Does everyone here know a lot of people who don't have jobs?
Yeah, a lot of people,
What
you
are
know.
they doing instead of working?
They be sitting around, they be getting high, you know what I'm saying? They be getting high and everything, sleeping late, you know, something I would like to do. You know, but you know, I can't do that though, but you know. They be hanging out. They be some of my friends. They be getting in trouble. They been in the joint about I don't know how many, you know, times. They just all living there, you know. That's how that was, you know. Been in it. I mean, like it's rough. It's rough out there, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think they need more jobs?
Yeah. I think they need a lot more jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, my name is Oswald White, and I think whoever's giving out these summer jobs, I think it's good. I just hope that there's enough around for my little brothers and sisters, you know, so they can get a chance to see how it is, see how the working experience is, because it's a good experience, you know. Maybe later on in the future, maybe later on in the future, when you go out and look for another job, you won't be so, you know, shocked because you already know what it is a little bit. You know a little bit about it, you know. That's all.